Hey, weren't we supposed to do a focus on you with Amanda?
Uh, Not sure. Shh, we're starting.
Oh.
Hello, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well today. So my name is Mikhale, and today I'm going to be sharing with you on how you can build generational wealth. But before I get started, let me just introduce myself. So before I got started with this company, I worked for PHP agency. But before, I was just going through life like anybody else would, right? Just listening to my parents. So they told me to go to school and get a job because that's what worked for them. So being the child I am, I did just that. And I went to school for business finance while working as a personal trainer. But I felt like I wasn't really making a difference, because what I found was that my classes didn't really teach me how to run a business. They only taught me how to work in someone else's business and not run my own. I didn't learn the type of skills I needed to. But what I wasn't learning at school, I did learn as working as a personal trainer. And I really love that job because I really enjoy helping people, especially achieve their fitness goals, which also increases their confidence in themselves. But what I didn't like was that I didn't have any mentorship running the business, and I didn't have any control over my time because I was capped at how many training sessions I could run in a day. And then someone introduced me to this company, PHP. And to be honest, when I heard it was a presentation, like I thought it was a scheme of some sort, trying to sell me some lotions or potions or knives or something. But in reality, they just sat down with me to show me how I could take control of my time a little bit more, while also helping families get to a healthier financial future, which I'll share with you today. And I promise I'm not going to be showing you any macaroons or any milkshakes, right? But this business does have a very special place in my heart for me because I do love helping people. But let me while doing that, right, I'm on track to becoming the next broker in the company, and also a little bit closer of getting my goal of qualifying for the company trips. But with that being said, let me share my screen. So the name of our company is PHP Agency. We are people helping people. And I started with this not knowing that this is going to be like a career I set out to be. But let me just give you some brief background of our history in the company. So we started around 2009, around 66 agents in Northridge, California. Fast forward to today, we're close to 20,000 agents. We're currently in 49 states, including Puerto Rico. Today, we're recognized as one of the fastest growing financial marketing companies in America, according to Forbes. We've also had former President George W. Bush at one of our events, our CEO, Patrick Bet-David, and a little history about him. He actually came as an immigrant from Iran, and he came here as a refugee. And he had a vision for the company that he wanted to revolutionize the insurance industry, right? So he had a plan of including the diverse population and immigrant population in the financial wealth that America is known for. So being that he's very a visionary, right? So he created this company, and so now we serve 70% of our clients are actually minorities. 54% of our staff, our agents are Latina, and 50% are female. So we're a very diverse company, and we're just going to keep going from there. We've also had the late Kobe Bryant at our event as well. You know, rest in peace. This was actually the last interview we did before his passing, and we had a privilege of having that to his legacy. We've had Billy Bean at one of our events, and the famous author Jordan B. Peterson. We've also had the famous boxer Oscar De La Hoya, who he invested $10 million into our firm. So, you know, when I'm talking about the things I'm going to be sharing with you today, you know that you're working with a reputable company. So in America today, there are basically two different groups of people. We have the 90% that make less than six figures, and we have the 10% that make over six figures. Today, I'm going to be sharing you the different strategies for each. So what most people do, right? As I said, right, I go to school, get a job, get a car, go to college. That's all based on debt, right? So everything's based on debt. And then you're told to, you know, get a 401k, right? So you're playing for a little bit less for retirement. But nobody really shares with anybody on the importance of insurance. So most people don't have much insurance, right? So they're putting most of their money in the bank, right? Banks, savings accounts, and CDs, which have an interest rate of 0 to 3%. But you know, to be frank, I haven't seen a bank that's giving 3% nowadays, right? So it's usually at most like 1%, you know, and that's lucky, you know. But and the trends are, right, these group of people, they're usually renting, and at age 65, they're still working. You know, at the grocery store, who do you know that's checking the receipts? It's usually older people, right? So do you think that they want to work there? No, obviously not. But being that they still have to work is because they didn't have this knowledge that I'm going to be sharing with you today. And here are what the few do, the 10% that make over six figures. So they start out with a bolo of insurance, right? They have their foundation set of insurance. And when we're talking about setting up a financial home for you, which would you start out with? Would you start making the roof first or the foundation? You probably start out with the foundation first, because that's the foundation of the house to be built off of. So in the few, the 10%, they have their foundation based on the insurance. They have their 401ks or retirement plans on top of that. And then they have little to no debt, you know, because they have the mode of insurance to do that with. And these guys are investing into different strategies, right? So they have mutual funds, real estate, and insurance that they invest into, and that guarantees a rate of 4 to 12%. And you know, when I ask people like where do you put your money, and they usually don't say they're getting 4 to 12%. It's usually less than that because they use bank. But the trends are for this group is that they're usually homeowners. They have a home. At age 65, they're retired. They're in their golden years. They want to go on a beach and you know, just chill, have some mimosas, right? But here's the crusade of our company. So we do all types of different insurance. So we do term and permanent insurance along with annuities. We also offer living benefits, which covers you if you get a critical, chronic, or terminal illness. And for carriers, now we're not an insurance company. We're actually a brokerage company. So we represent a lot of different carriers like American National, AIG, Mutual of Omaha, National Life Group, Fidelity Guarantee, and many others. But if I ask you, like, how long do you think these companies have been in business? Some people would have said like 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. But companies like National Life Group have actually been in business for over 172 years, right? So these companies have been around for recessions, depressions, pandemics, the whole nine, right? So, and they stayed up. So these are very reputable companies. American National, again, over 100 years. And you're just working with very, very good companies. Us as a company, PHP, Patrick, our CEO, he knew that in order to change the industry, you have to be working with the best partners. And you fully understand that, and that's why we partner with the best in the industry. Now, for insurance, let me briefly explain the three different types of insurance. The first one is term, right? And it works like this. Imagine you're sitting down with a 34-year-old lady who wants to buy a life insurance policy. And this lady wants to buy a $500,000 policy. So this lady's going to be paying around $30 a month for this. That's just $1 a day, right? So here's what happens. If the lady dies in the next 30 years, her family will receive that $500,000. But if that lady doesn't die in the next 30 years, guess what happens to the money the client was paying, right? Most people think it's gone, right? It is, it's gone, the money's lost. So what really is the advantage for this plan? Number one, it's affordable, right? So it's the cost. It's low cost relative to the death benefit. But what is the disadvantage? One, it expires, right? So it ages from 10, 20, or 30 years. And after that time frame, the money's gone and it expires. So you have no more coverage. Now, the second type of policy is called ROP. And it works like this. It's the same 34-year-old woman, 34-year-old woman, and she's buying the same $500,000 death benefit. But in this case, she's not going to be paying 10, 30, 40, or 20, right? She's going to be paying double or triple. So let's say that the client was paying $100 a month for this. So same thing happens. If the lady dies in the next 30 years, her family is going to receive that $500,000. But if that lady doesn't die in the next 30 years, guess what happened to the money the client was paying now? Right? So right now, it doesn't expire. You actually get a full refund. So how much does she get back? She's paying $100 a month into this. Times 12, that's $1,200. Times 30 years, it's $36,000 back. Is that pretty cool? So what's the advantage of this? Number one, it's refund, right? You get a full refund. And then the disadvantage is it does expire again. So these two, the term and the ROP, they do expire. You know, if I was selling cars here, term would be like a regular sedan, you know, a four-door. It'll get you from point A to point B. You know, nothing too crazy. The ROP would be like a Lexus, you know, maybe a Mercedes, a little bit more luxurious, you know. Now the permanent one, now this is like the Ferrari, the Lamborghini of insurance. Everybody wants this. Everybody's going to talk to you when you have it. You get member benefits and everything, the whole nine. So the real advantages is that one, the death benefit, right? The death benefit is forever. It's never going to end. And the second one is that the policy does have something called living benefits. And like I mentioned earlier, this is where you can access a portion of your death benefit if you suffer for a critical, chronic, or terminal illness. So let's say you get a stroke or a heart attack, right? So you're able to access your death benefit while you're still alive to pay for that. We actually just had one of my partners actually just paid out a living benefit to one of his clients. He suffered from a major back injury, so he had to get surgery, and he wasn't able to work for 9 months. But having that policy, he was able to access the money so that he could not work for 9 months, but still have income to pay for his expenses. So this is really good for anybody, really. When you don't know what's going to happen, living benefits basically just ensures that everything's going to go okay and you don't have to worry about anything. And number three, you have cash value. And this is one, after about 20 or 30 years, you accumulate money plus interest, and you get access to your money income tax free. There's no taxes. And this is actually what the wealthy do. And why do you think they do it? And this is because this is the only thing that offers guarantees and has tax benefits along with it. So this is the only thing in the tax code that actually is able to do that. And when I sit down with people and I ask them, they like paying taxes, they usually say no. Nobody really likes paying taxes, right? So there's a great plan for you to diversify your retirement income as well when you're able to grow your money tax free. Now, this is if you and I could learn what the wealthy do. Do you think our friends and family could also benefit from this information? If you do, that's great. Our company is currently expanding, and anyone who may use these services, feel free to contact me I'll give you my contact information at the end, but my number is 914-924-7541. Have them contact me. I give a free financial analysis for them as well. Now, there are 3 reasons why someone would need life insurance, right? Number 1 is if you die too soon. What do you think if you died too soon? What do you need? People say you usually need money, right? You need money if you die too soon. Why? Because your family needs to keep their expenses going. If you become disabled, what do you need? Money again. If you become disabled, you need income for your expenses. If you live a long life, what do you need? Money, right? So all these instances, life insurance is your best bet for this. Here, so there are three different ways money grows in these accounts. And the number 1 is fixed. This is like your savings account, your CDs, your money markets, your bonds, right? When I ask people why does everybody like the bank, they usually say it's safe because it's very safe, right? So, but how much interest are you getting on that? Not much. So you're getting no growth, but you're guaranteed safety, right? So that's the first one. The second one, you have a variable account. This is your 401ks, your mutual funds, and individual stocks. Some people like the stock market, right? But you know, I don't like the roller coaster of the stock market, right? I'd rather have my money in something else. But why do people like it? It's because of the growth, right? You get 30%, 40% gains on some stocks, and then, but why? It could crash. There's no safety. That's the roller coaster of it. And the third one is index accounts. So this is what the Ferrari did. So this is the Lamborghini, the permanent policy. This is the account that it uses. So in this one, you have the guaranteed safety of the bank, but also the growth of the stock market. So when the stock market goes up, your money goes up. But the stock market goes down, you lose nothing. So imagine I run a casino, right? And you're there, you're gambling. Imagine if you could gamble all day long and none of your losses would count. You only get gains. How long would you stay in the casino? Like all day, you wouldn't leave, right? So that's basically the index account. And it works like this. There's a graph after this, but we have annuities as well. So with this, it's the same account as the index account. So it's safety, you have the growth, and you also have a lifetime income. So with this is basically like a personal pension. So it's a contract between you and the insurance company, where they say your money's going to grow at a certain percent. And when you annuitize your contract, that basically means that the insurance company is going to be paying you a certain amount of money you have in your account forever. It's never going to end. So with this, you have principal protection, you have potential growth, like I said, the index account, you have death benefit protection. So let's say you have a 401k, you have stocks in your name, and you happen to pass away. That money you have in there isn't just going to go directly to your beneficiaries, right? It's going to go through the taxes. You have to pay taxes on that, or it may go through probate. So with annuities, this is a great way to go against that. So there's the money you have in it. It's not going to be taxed, and it's not going to be there's no probate. So it goes directly to your beneficiaries. And this is a lifetime income, like I said. So you're going to get paid regardless of how long you live. So here are 3 different ways money grows, right? So these are the different accounts. So the blue line, this is a bank account, right? Steady growth, nothing crazy. The red line, it's the stock market. This is your variable account. So it goes up, right? And it goes down, and it goes up again. It goes down, it goes up, right? Everybody knows this. And then you have the third one, the index account. So as you can see, when the stock market goes up, your money goes up. But when the stock market goes down, your money stays the same. And it goes up again. And it goes down, it stays the same. So with these, this is a very good account. If you're risk averse and you don't like risk, this is a great account for you. And then, like I said, you can contact me. I do offer free financial analysis. Competitors usually pay or ask you to pay $200 to $300, and ours is free. So you know how that, we try and serve our clients as well. So my email is mfisher.php@gmail.com. My phone number, again, is 914-924-7541. 7541. My Instagram is Mikhale.Fisher. I'm always posting about insurance and our company. And again, if you know anybody or you yourself see any value in the products and services that I showed you today, feel free to contact me. If you know anybody, share this information with them. And we are also growing as a company, fastest growing financial marketing company in America. So we are looking for people to teach this to. I want to teach this to people who may looking for another source of income. Maybe you got laid off. Maybe you know somebody who's affected with COVID with their job. This is a great opportunity for people to get started in a recession-proof industry while also being able to become your own boss, become an entrepreneur. But with that being said, that's what I have. Thank you for letting me share this information with you today.
Thank you, Mikhale. That was really awesome, really awesome. And we really appreciate having you on. I have a couple questions for you that would love to hear the answer to. I'm not sure if Oscar wants to jump in on this, but there he
Hello,
is.
here I am. Yeah, I was just reviewing the notes. Like, I want that Ferrari.
Yes, I wanted to ask you about the Ferrari. What color could it be?
Yes.
Be any color, man.
Any color I want? Okay. Yeah. All right. So that works. That works. I would like a fuchsia Lamborghini.
And imagine you're taking out a lease on a Ferrari or financing it, right? With this policy, you're actually able to have flexible premiums. So let's say you can't afford it 1 month or another month. You're actually able to decrease the premium so that you're able to keep the policy as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you talking about this death benefit. What's that?
So death benefit is basically what your beneficiaries, like your family, would get after you pass away. So especially when we're talking about the diverse community, and people are like, I don't have a net worth, right? I'm not worth anything. But if you set up $1 million policy, you're worth $1 million.
Right,
so
exactly.
Of building generational wealth through this way, and not just building your net worth on say, oh, I don't have the resources to build my net worth. You do have resources to get life insurance though.
Right, absolutely. And so it's worth doing that monthly investment just so the end result would be where your family members don't have to, while they're in their state of missing you while you're gone and all this stuff, they don't have to be thinking about financial pressures.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that was an excellent presentation, by the way. I think you went into some great detail as to some of the packages that your company offers. I really appreciate you taking the time to do it. Oscar.
Yeah, and I know of Patrick Bet-Davis from his valuetainment interviews that he does with people. So yeah, and I know his backstory, and it was funny because when Mikhale was going into this line of work, I said, "Oh, there's a great company that Patrick Bet-Davis is. That's what I'm doing." And it was like, "Damn, you're in a great spot." So
yeah,
he actually spoke at our event last week, and it was very great because as I said, like he's a visionary, and just him casting the vision for their company is just very inspirational. And I want to share that to as many people as possible. So like I said, like if you're looking for another job, another opportunity, this is a great platform to use. We're looking for as many people as we can get. So just contact me if you feel like this is something that you can work.
Awesome. What is your earning capabilities with PHP?
It's really up to you, right? So this company is basically a platform to use. So we believe in entrepreneurship and the free enterprise. So with that being said, like if you want to be a producer and you just want to sell insurance, you could totally do that. Or if you want to build a massive business, you could totally do that as well. Depending on everybody's time frame and what they want out of themselves, then you could do that. But the income potential is very high.
And
nice.
this goes along with what we were talking about earlier and a couple of days ago. Let me ask you this, Mikhale, do you have a physical office that you have to go to?
No, I do not currently. But I do plan on being So right now there's no PHP office in New Jersey. I'm currently located in New Jersey. So my goal is to create the first office in New Jersey. So like I said, if anybody is in the area looking for something, this is great because we're going to be the pioneers of the state.
Nice, nice. And that is a great goal to have. We want to encourage everyone out there that if you're watching to really reach out to Mikhale. His number is on the banner in front of you. So if you're watching the program, you see that banner, it has his phone number there. But Mikhale, tell them your phone number again one more time, just so they know that, listen, I need to call this guy and check this new career out.
Yeah, so it's 914-924-7541. My email is mfisher.php@gmail.com, and my Instagram is mikhale.fisher.
All right, there it is, folks. We want you to reach out to him, and we will definitely see you again next, which is tomorrow. Tomorrow we have Richard Cuzio, and he's going to be talking to us about mortgages, why he loves the mortgage industry, and we're excited about that. And then we have Karen, who's going to be coming on tomorrow at 12. We always love having Karen Mayo on. Everybody needs a little more mayo. And so we are going to have her. She's going to be coming on and talking about shakes, green shakes, smoothies. And so you can tune in for that, and she could show us a little bit more about that. And last but not least for this month is Frank Coppola. And he's going to be talking to us about how to maintain relationships in business. So if you guys want to learn a little bit more about how to build your clientele, tune in tomorrow to our expert on that. So we want to thank you all for watching. We're very encouraged by that, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.